Yo, what up, y'all? It's Aaron Brown, AB. I'm a recording artist from Los Angeles, California, and I got a record coming out February 14th, my birthday.
What are we? Baby, can you tell me what are we? She whisper in my ear, cause she wanna be more than I admit she is to me.
Music was always ingrained in my life. I mean, when it came to riding in the car to go to school or just chilling at home, I could be watching like a show and I'll hear Coltrane from the other room, or my dad playing a couple chords, or he's coming in from the studio. Oh, I have this song, blah, 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 blah. And I would listen to it. I'm like, oh, what is this? Chords? Or what are this? Drum beats? Or I could be in the car and he'd be tapping on like the steering wheel. And so I feel like from a young age, that just put something in my brain like, this is something that you're gonna do. This is something that you love. And it just stuck with me. The funny thing is, I wanted to be a basketball player. Then I wanted to be a EMS, which is hilarious. I don't think anybody knows that. The reason why is because I had an asthma attack a bunch of times, and then I would always be in like an ambulance, and I was like, man, this is kind of cool because like there's no traffic laws for an EMS or a fire truck, and I'd be like, this is sick. Um, but basketball player was probably my second, and then high school came about, and then I'm playing with these D1 athletes that are like 6'10", and I was like, that kind of discouraged me, and I didn't see my interest growing in it. It was like up to here, and I was like, basketball practice, I don't want to go to it anymore. I'd rather do something I love. I started producing in COVID 2020, and I was producing just trap, hip hop beats and stuff like that. I saw myself more as like a beat maker, not a composer. I see myself more as a composer now when I'm making music because I don't like taking a sample and just putting a beat behind it, which that in itself is like a task and hard because then you got to find the sample and chop it. But I wanted to compose and write, put chords down and put a melody down. And I think when you put a melody down, then it becomes something more special. Um, my dad always said the money's in the writing, and I also see the stories in the writing. So writing can be a melody line or like a chord progression that sounds more melancholy or happier. That's a certain feeling that you can't achieve. You can only achieve when you put those chords down yourself.
Yeah. Lately, we've been getting personal. Usually this don't happen so fast. Yeah.
Breaking My Heart is my first single, and writing that was fun. I finished that at like 4 a.m. and then got up for my writing session for 4 hours the next morning, knocked that down. It was great. Um, the whole thing was about being led on, and the whole whole idea around the video was what I envisioned me and this girl that led me on happening like our first date. And then at the end of the video, you see that it was just like all a dream, and it never really happened. And I wanted to be like a retro-esque theme with the car, and I wanted the beat to sound a certain way. But then again, like going back to my previous point, I structured it in the sense it's like this is a pop song, but I don't want to do that going on. I will say the stuff I'm putting right now is stuff I really love, but I'm developing as an artist and a producer, and I can hear my sound developing day by day as I produce. There's a piece that I produced a little while ago that will be on my next project, completely different. Like I extended the bridge, chord structure wise, it's very complex. I found myself with these few songs that I have out trying to produce something um, pop. I was like, let's make a pop song. And I stuck to that rather than being like, let's make something Aaron. And that just put me in a certain pocket that I like, but I'm not fully where I want to be. So that's why I say I'm developing as an artist, and I'm always gonna get better as I move.
You're tempting with those eyes, yeah. I first saw you in a magazine, back when I was 17.
The whole album is about my perspective of the relationship and a perspective of like the young love story. It's called Through the Lens. So it's just like perspective-wise, it's about the start of the relationship all the way to the end. And he goes through, like I said, the first episode is being led on, and then it goes to having a date with her. And then episode 3, What Are We, is basically getting to that point where we're out of the talking stage and we're getting into we're a couple. And it just goes from there, and then like issues going through a relationship, and then ultimately the end. But the walk-up is in the actual song, like the last base is like yeah, so my Instagram is Aaron X Brown. TikTok, same thing, I'll come up, there's 2 N's though. Yeah, and those are my 2 main sources of entertainment, social media, and I'm really active on Instagram, and you can see all my new updates of songs, showcases, shows on Instagram, and TikTok is just a bunch of promo, marketing, I'm playing piano and stuff. So yeah, you can hit me up on that. And then it's just my name, Aaron Brown, on Spotify and Apple Music and every platform.
All of me, you the only one who knows all of me. Ain't a single thing that we could disagree on. So many reasons I'm laying here with you.
On February 14th, my song What Are We is coming out, and it's about love. And February 14th is Valentine's Day, so it's strategic. It makes sense. It's about something that a lot of people can relate to. You can be in a talking stage and be like, what are we? And she could be like, I don't know. And then you could be like, I thought we were boyfriend and girlfriend. So that's what it's about. And I think a lot of people can relate to it and enjoy the song because it's laid back. It's nothing crazy sonically, and you can lay back and listen to it with your significant other on that day. Hi, my name is Aaron Brown, and you've just been buzzed.